5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. TSL. We are live now in the game of Whitewah.
Whitewah?
Whitewah against JF, sorry, his name's spelled backwards in there.
Oh, pause.
Oh, pause.
Overlay. Second. Hold
Right.
on.
What? Okay, are we ready? We're waiting for the cue. Feel like right when Dan and me start to get funny, God stops the stream. But hopefully things will turn around. Here we are paused. I believe we are trying to. I don't know delay yet. We haven't been informed yet, but we are, I think, syncing audio.
I don't know, man. Rich is probably like casting magic spells.
Okay,
man.
so we got a cue for go here.
He took a mulligan. He's reshuffling his magic cards. He's like trying to draw that first turn Mog Fanatic. But here we go. The map, it is Outsider SE. The tournament, it is the PokerStrategy.com TSL.
TSL.
Wow. We should write jingles. Screw commentating, man.
I know.
Who wants to commentate StarCraft?
I know. Just 5 in the morning. No, it's 6 in the morning now. Coming up with jingles for the TSL.
Man?
That's what you want for your cell phone, right?
Absolutely.
So when you're in the movie theater and you forgot to turn it off, you hear,
we should make
TSL.
iPhone apps.
Oh, we
my
should.
God.
Oh my
we can
God.
make a lot of money.
All right, let's go. Let's turn off this computer. And get out of here.
See you guys later. Hello.
All right, remember it's a 3-player map, so there's a 50% chance they're gonna spot the opposing player with their first scouting probe. White Rob probably really feeling good. I've got Dan laughing over here. I'm slowly unlocking each of your different laughs. I think I've got.
That's right, man. I got 36 of them. You will have unlocked more than anyone else with 17 laughs.
17
Congratulations.
laughs.
When you hit 20, you get a prize.
I'm excited to continue to unlock Artosis' different laughs.
When you get 20, man, I give you a special smile. You better have your camera ready.
Then I get to the bonus giggle. Oh, hold that thought. JF, our former TSL champion, moving up here to the top right. And at the same time, unfortunately for White Rock, going in the wrong direction. So this is going to be a small advantage early on, assuming that JF can utilize it.
Yeah, you know, I think he'll be able to, and we see that, you know, this is a place, he can Manor Pylon this location that is in White Raw's base, and Manor Pylon, of course, is when you throw a pylon into the mineral line, but see, if you look right there, he just made a pylon to block it. You can block off some of those mineral patches with a pylon, you know, stop the probes from getting out, make them walk around, or float around rather. Probes don't walk, they don't have legs. But you get my meaning, Tasteless, don't you?
They just kind of move, actually, when you watch them. But you know what'd be really cute?
They slide, man.
You know what'd be really cute is if those little appendages at the bottom of them did walk and wiggle as they moved around. I don't even think I could take the game seriously.
Yeah, I wouldn't play StarCraft anymore.
I don't know about that. Switch to another game right away. Okay, we see the Scouting Probe doing a great job right now of keeping the intel gathering going. He really has to keep that up until the cybernetic score finishes. That's when you start to get delayed, if that probe is still in there.
Yeah, we see that, well, I don't know, man. It looks like White Raw is actually opening with double Zealot, which is a little bit weird, while JF, he is just going with 1 Zealot going up to Dragoon. That's much more standard play. The double Zealot makes me think that White Raw is definitely planning on going Reaver. That's just kind of, I don't know, my take on that. You save up your gas a little bit extra, get that Robo out a little bit quicker. You know, the Dragoon even costs extra minerals. So I think that's what we're going to see here, but throwing that Robo up with a probe in his base has to be quite annoying.
Yeah, everything you said there, 100% right. We hope you guys find these casts fun and informative. And, you know, because otherwise it'd just be weird, right? It'd be like, I'm like, guess what, guys? Cows lay eggs.
Then I would be like, hold on, pause the stream. I'm going to
stream.
Wikipedia. I think Tasus is pulling my leg here. It says here, Tasus, that only the duckbill platypus out of all mammals lays eggs.
And I'm like, well, you need to go to Conservapedia where the
cows do lay
where
eggs.
there's not that liberal bias. We do see Robotics Bay here.
For JF.
For JF.
All right, Tasus, I'm going out on a limb here and saying JF takes this game. He's making a Robo. He's actually gonna... Oh, JF probe dies at the White Raw base. So White Raw throwing up his Robo. JF throwing up his Robo. But guess what? Guess whose Reavers are better, Tasteless?
I'm going to go all in because we're the Poker Strategy TSL and say that JF is the one who's known for his Reaver control.
That is correct.
See what I did there with that all-in joke?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's good advertising.
Yeah.
All right, well, we have Jeff. He has a lot of Dragoons on the top of his ramp. White Raw chilling with lesser Dragoons on the top of his ramp because he has that extra Zealot. And it looks like both guys are just throwing some pylons out at the edges of their base. And it's interesting if we take a look above JF's base where he put his pylon. This is actually a very telling pylon. This says, hey, I'm never going to expand here because I blocked off 2 of the mineral patches. You know, it's kind of close to White Raw's base, so it's the most dangerous place to go to.
Another thing about that pylon is, of course, you can spot if a DT is getting glitched through to the other side. So that's pretty smart play there. Remember, this is a map that's partially an island map, so you really got to be prepared to drive shuttles away and stuff like that. So nice opening here for JF. It seems to be a little bit cleaner than what happened earlier.
See that, well, a robotic support bay going up in White Raw's base. He's already got the shuttle going for the Observer next. A very tight build order. This is one that we see a lot. You know, shuttle, Observer, Reaver. It's very, very safe unless you do the quickest of DT rushes. It basically blocks any DT build. Now, in the meantime, down in JF's base, doing the same thing. He's got the 2 gateways up, though, while White Raw only has 1. So JF, he is going to do a lot more pressure with this build. Which, you know, I'm not sure if I like that on Outsider because White Raw can really just kind of, you know, take an expansion in the back. He doesn't have to come down his ramp. So the 2 gateways worth of Dragoons might not be worth as much. And as we see, White Raw does, in fact, make that Nexus. So, I don't know, man. I don't like the double gateway of JF, that's all.
Well, one thing about the double gateway is he could get a possible contain, and when you look at where this expansion is located here for White Raw, he can actually contain his opponent and go back and forth harassing that expansion. So that's one advantage. Also note that expansion that White Raw is taking does not have SP and gas at it, so he's going to be stuck with Dragoons, some Speed Zealots, and assuming he keeps going Reavers, but it's going to be a lot about when he gets to third base, and it does also look like JF is going to take the more viable expansion, a little bit riskier, but in this case, of course, White Raw can't attack.
Yeah, you know, it makes a lot of sense. If you're going to open up with this many units, you know, the 2 gateways and the Reavers, you may as well take that expansion. You know, no one's going to mess with you. White Raw cannot push that area at all. And we see Jeff, he has his Observer flying around. He's scouted out the expansion. He knows what's going on for White Raw. And, well, where is your Reaver, JF? There it is. It's going up towards White Raw's base at 3 o'clock, and here we go. It is Reaver Goon against Reaver Goon, and it's looking like JF showing that he is the better with these, doing a lot of damage to both the Reaver and the Dragoon. Takes out the Dragoon, and now it's going to be all about popping these Reavers back in and out, and in and out, and in and out, and
this
in
is
and
some
out.
drunken Reaver hidden Scarab action here. It's going to be very tough, actually, right now for him to utilize this expansion with the Reaver in the back. Where the minerals are. JF doing a very great job of that. He actually doesn't even need that many units to reinforce and defend this. And it will be driven out now. The 2 Dragoons do position themselves pretty well.
Yeah, you know, those 2 Dragoons chase away the shuttle, no problem there. JF, in the meantime, his Nexus about 75% done. White Raw has not mined at all off of his quicker Nexus. And now we see over at 3 o'clock again. Oh, I love this play, man. JF bringing Dragoons over. If he can get a couple Dragoons over against this damaged shuttle, he's going to be able to stop the mining from this expansion. And folks, this is JF with Reaver Tech. This is what it looks like. And White Raw being smart, targeting that shuttle, doesn't quite take it out. And it looks like he's going to lose a Reaver. Both players lose Reavers, but JF has ranged Dragoons behind this expansion, and that's really good. He's going to be able to harass these probes a lot, and White Raw is not going to have a lot to say about it as long as JF micros correctly.
This is a pretty big blow here. Remember, White Raw did take the expansion first, so he really needs to get these minerals to get the advantage here, get ahead. You can see the Dragoons can't quite slip back there to get to those other units. JF sticking with Goon Reaver right now, and I got to say, he's really playing a lot better than we saw in the first 2 games.
Do you know why that is, Tasteless?
It must have something to do with those Reavers.
Yes. I'm not even joking, man. You know, I talk about his Reavers so much, and it's getting trite, but Look,
Well, I mean,
this is the proof.
It's the focal point of the brilliance in its playstyles, how well he utilizes that. By the way, Reaver's speed here.
Coming up for White Raw.
Yeah, coming up for White Raw, so he can do some serious harassment. White Raw going to expand again, but actually he's really hurting. I think the advantage is definitely in JF's favor.
Yeah, and JF right now, he's also getting speed, so obviously he's going to stay on Reaver for a while here. And here we go, White Raw going to drop some Dragoons behind at 3 o'clock. And those 2 Dragoons against 3 Dragoons, quite a mismatch. But shuttles over some more, and
Oh my
that
God.
shuttle.
Speed literally finished like right on time there.
Yeah, man.
Talk about very lucky for White Raw, because had he lost that shuttle, he would have no ability to push his opponent.
Quite true. We see right now Reaver drop going at 12 o'clock. The speed shuttle coming in. 1 Reaver. White Raw pulls the probes quite well. 1 probe GG'd, and the Reaver runs away to fight again another day.
You know what's interesting about this is since they both are going Goon Reaver right now, they've both been forced to get the shuttle speed. A lot of it comes down to harassment. It's not as easy to tech if you've both gone Goon Reaver, because if one guy sticks with Goon Reaver a little bit longer while you're trying to get Psionic Storm or something, you can get pushed and even overwhelmed. But also note, because there are 4 Dragoons on the other side of these mineral patches, he doesn't have quite as strong of an army. 4 Dragoons, if we're looking at the right side of the map, guys. So he doesn't have quite as strong of an army, so this push here by JF might actually really hurt him.
And it looks like it is time. The Dragoon's moving up, and it looks like White Raw is really in trouble, man. He's got the shield barrier, which is going to help, but JF clearly has an army advantage. He is moving in now. He's going to target some Reavers. He got the shuttle, and, well, it looks bad for White Raw here. But, a lot of splash damage
Oh my God,
done.
the battery, thanks to the shield battery, doing a lot more damage than we expected. More Reavers walking, though, towards his opponent's base. You can see right now that as long as JF continues to reinforce this, he should be in good shape. Nice shuttle control there. Very sexy play.
Sup, these are JF
I'm all hot
Reavers,
and bothered
man.
right now.
Seriously, they're both in the green still. No problem. LOLOL. JF is like, all right, you win the first 2 games. I'm going Reavers. And White Raw is like, oh no.
Oh,
OMG.
noes.
Help, please. Help with Xbox.
Another. Oh wait, hold that thought.
Oh my
You
God.
lost the
He's-
shuttle and the Reaver.
2 Reavers in
Two
that
Reavers,
shuttle.
excuse me.
As 1 Dragoon picks off. JF is probably got tears in his eyes right now because it looked like a sure win for him. But losing those 2 Reavers, man, it is anyone's game. JF still with the higher supply, still has a Reaver doing excellent micro here, but more and more Dragoons pop out of White Raw's base. Oh, look at that. He really has great Reaver
Actually,
micro, man.
you know what's unbelievable is that there's a small chance that if White Rock can get enough units out here, you might be able to hold this up. We see 4 more Dragoons coming over here to reinforce. Note the Nexus, pretty low on life. About 2/3 of it are gone. And now it's just going to be up to JF to try to continue to control well, because otherwise White Raw is going to drive out these units. But look, 4 Dragoons against 4 Dragoons and a Reaver. So far, it's still in JF's favor. The Nexus is going to be killed if White Raw doesn't do something amazing soon.
That's right, and take a look at JF's economy here. He's got 400 minerals and 700 plus gas. So really, okay, looking back at his main base, he is making double
Dude.
Templar archives.
Well, that's obviously to upgrade Storm and Energy. No, I'm kidding. That's a total mistake.
He's so
not-
busy microing
yeah, he's-
that he doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a blunder there, but it's probably not one that's going to affect him too much, because right now, excuse me, White Raw is his base is getting invaded. He's barely holding off these Dragoons, but JF's in pretty good shape. He is expoing again here at the bottom left, and that's a location I doubt White Raw's going to have the opportunity to harass.
Yeah, he really needs to use his speed shell to harass that, but right now, if we take a look inside White Raw's main base, you know, he's just adding 2 more gateways, so he's just barely now going up to 5 gates. He's still making Reavers, sure, but without his shuttle around here, it could be quite hard for him to stop any JF harassment. And look at that nice little snipe there.
Very nice play. Looks like we're gonna have a Reaver drop over here at the 3 o'clock position. You see the shuttle almost
speed
there.
Shuttle going there, man. He's got Reaver and 2 lots in there, but he might fly into Dragoons. Oh, he flies right into the Dragoons.
Oh my god, oh my god. He had not quite controlling that as well as he could. But
No
the Reaver
problem.
over here in the harassment G-spot, if you will, positioning right now, it is going to do way more damage than it should have. And you can see here, White Raw not able to get these probes out of here as quickly as he would have liked. And actually, what's funny is that this Reaver is actually going to even kill these additional Dragoons. Very nice play
Yeah, man.
by JF. As you said, man, his Reaver control is impeccable. And another thing is that the way he's teching while using the Reavers is very clean and safe. You can see that suddenly White Raw is out of his element here against a player like JF.
Yeah, you know what? Chill, what do you think about this Reaver harassment here?
Speaking of
It's
Reaver
a
harassment,
clinic. That's what Chill would say. But look at this. We have Reaver harassment going on by White Raw. And it looks like he might actually do some good damage at this expansion. Gets a few probes off. He's already gotten a High Templar as well. And, ooh, kills the shuttle. And just, ooh, a few more probes as well.
all right,
White
there it is.
Raw
White Raw
GG's.
GG's. Yeah, that was pretty much, he was dead there. That was actually a very technical game.
Mm-hmm.
That's easily the best PvP we've seen from these guys here.
Yeah.
JF really showing us that when he plays, for what he's known for, his Reaver control, he's a very formidable opponent. Let's go to game number 4 here. Are we going to bring up the map?
Yes,
Okay.
let's in fact bring up that map. It is Destination, and Tasteless, I know that you know a lot about Destination, Protoss vs. Protoss.
Oh, it's a great map. I played so many games on Destination. A little bit like what we see with Andromeda. It's not uncommon for somebody to go one gateway expand. The bridges in the center of the map can make it very tough for pushes to occur. So you want to be very careful. But again, getting contained on this map is actually almost impossible to stop. If you're contained on those 2 bridges outside your base, it is almost impossible to deal with. You basically have to DT drop your opponent's main or storm drop them and really get them behind because contain is so important in Protoss vs. Protoss. But when you have these 2 small funnels, it can really screw up everything for them. So both these guys are going to be very cautious about contains.
Yeah, JF, he almost got eliminated there. He was down 2 games, but then he started using Reavers again, and that was the strategy used in the TSL Finals last time against Draco. So, well, he's under a lot of pressure right now, and I think that he's going to go Reaver again, Tasteless. I think there has to be at some point where JF's pattern recognition skills, no matter how bad they are, kick in, and he says, you know what? There's something about when I make this Reaver thing that I do better, and I get to win the game.
Well, it's funny because he spent the first 2 games trying to be risky and play at a different beat than what he's known for, but now he's probably going to go back to the standard play. And plus, Reavers are actually quite good on Destination because there's so many bridges and funnel points. So I'm ready to start this if you are.
Dude, I'm just going to press go.
I have my replay hat on, so I'm ready.
Let's